everybody, welcome back to Bones and Brews. So if you're like me, you walk up and down the aisles at Costco and you always see some of their pre-made dishes that you just have to take home and warm up in the oven. One that I love to bring home is their mac and cheese. But I always know I can do a little bit better. I love making homemade mac and cheese in my smoker, but it can get expensive when you're buying Gouda and all the other nice cheeses to go in there. This is an easy way to kind of make a mac and cheese on your smoker at home, but I'm going to show you how to upgrade your mac and cheese. So what we can do is, there's lots of different options. A lot of times I'll make crumbled bacon. So I'll grab myself some bacon, I'll cook it up, crumble it up, put it across this mac and cheese. All right, this evening that's not what I'm going to do. Sometimes I might take some pulled pork, pulled pork, put it across the mac and cheese, a little barbecue sauce, but that's not what I'm going to do today. All right, today what I'm going to do is I've got some leftover pulled brisket. So I'm going to take these brisket pieces and I'm simply just going to lay them across the top. This is a lot of brisket here. This is probably a good pound or more of brisket meat. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with a little bit of dry rub. This is Code 3 Spices out of Illinois. This is their backdraft rub, so there's a little bit of heat. I'm going to sprinkle that across the top. And then what I'll do is I'll grab a little piece of foil. I'm going to wrap it up. Nice and tight. Got the smoker sitting at about 250. I'm going to throw it on the smoker. It's probably going to take about an hour and a half. What I'll do is probably the last 10 minutes, I'll pull that foil off and let it get nice and crispy across the top and pull it off and it'll be ready to eat. So let's throw it on the smoker. All right, we'll come back and check that again later. All right, our mac and cheese has been on the smoker for a little bit over an hour now, so I'm gonna pull it off. We're gonna do a couple special things to it and throw it back on the smoker just to get nice and crispy across the top. So let's take at it. All right, so we'll take a look at our mac and cheese here. The steam coming off of there. You definitely can see cheese is definitely melting in there, but I'm not really ready to mix in the brisket yet. I'm just leaving it across the top. But what I am gonna do is, so I've got a few pickled jalapenos left in this jar of pickled jalapenos I made. So I'm actually gonna take them out. I'm gonna spread those across the top. Even some of that juice probably doesn't hurt as well. Just drizzle that in. All right. And then I'm going to top it off with a little sweet and spicy from Sweet Baby Ray's. This is a great go-to barbecue sauce just to always have around. All right. So I've got it topped off. I'm gonna leave the foil off of it now. I'm gonna throw it back in the smoker uncovered. Let it get nice and just toasty across the top. Should take about 10 more minutes and we'll be ready. All right, it's time to take a mac and cheese off the smoker and see what we got. All right, let's check this out. There you can see our mac and cheese, that brisket, those jalapenos, those pickled jalapenos across the top, where I drizzle on that barbecue sauce, and now it's nice and warm across there. Just smell it, smell the aromas. It smells so good. So I'm gonna let it cool off for a second. While it's cooling, it's probably beer time, so let's do it. So from Heavy Riff Brewing here in St. Louis, and I love what they do because they always title their stuff around some just great rock and roll. This is called Velvet Underbrown. and it's an American brown ale. It's a nice cool evening here in St. Louis. So this just tastes really good with this mac and cheese. And for those of you who watch lots of episodes, yes, this is not a hazy IPA, which is my go-to a lot. But when that weather cools off, I like a good brown ale. And this is a great one here in St. Louis. Oh, it smells so good. Oh yeah, I definitely recommend this one. If you can get your hands on it, it's really good stuff. So with our mac and cheese, like, we did the brisket, jalapenos, and a little bit of barbecue sauce across the top. And I mentioned earlier in the episode, you could throw in some pulled pork or some bacon, some other things you could do, which something that I have thought about doing a lot of, and I'm gonna do it really soon, is throwing in some lump crab meat and a little bit Old Bay seasoning in just this pan of mac and cheese you can get at Costco, and just really upgrade it. And I think that would take it over the top. But for today, let's give this a taste with the brisket and see how it goes. Get myself a little piece of that brisket in there. I want to make sure I get a piece of that jalapeno, a little barbecue sauce. Oh. Wow. That's really good. If you didn't know any better, you would think you were eating smoked mac and cheese from one of your favorite barbecue restaurants by just adding those things across it. So next time you're at Costco, pick up your mac and cheese and think about how you might upgrade that mac and cheese on your smoker at home. Like every episode, remember to like us, share us, and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again on Bones and Brews.